My name is Justin Sine. I'm the operations manager, assistant winemaker, and head distiller of the operations here.
And the name of it again?
And this is Running Brook Vineyards and Winery in North Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Over here in this property, we have a full 165 acres of land. We have 14 acres of clear and open space for events and parties if you guys want to plan something. 16.5 acres of vineyards getting grown out back. And we have the second biggest vineyard in New England. First biggest vineyard is being Westport Vineyards over there in Westport, Massachusetts. We actually have more varietals being grown, so we have over 18 different varietals of wine and different grape varieties out there, and that gives us a really, a really large list of menu items to be able to serve to our customers. I've been here for 2 years. I started working as a busboy and waiter back when I was 15 years old, and from there I stayed in the food and drink industry until I found this place, got hired as a bartender, and the owner actually started training me as the winemaker and distiller, and within like 4 to 6 months I just started running all of the operations behind the products.
And when did it first open, Justin?
We first opened in 1998 with Pedro Teixeira and Manny Morales.
Okay.
And they were the main owners of the place. And over time, it ended up being just Pedro as the main owner back in the late 2010s.
Okay, great.
Right? Beautiful
All
stuff.
right.
Awesome stuff. All right, so when you go into the winery, you can see all like the barrels and the tanks. We do the tasting room right in the same room that we make everything in. So you were drinking in the same room that we make it. Good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Everything here is handcrafted by me and the owner of the place. We make our own brandy, our own wine. Yeah, come up here a little bit. But, the main setup of this place was meant to just be the operations room, but over time it kind of just turned into something unique, a little bit of like a hole in the wall to be able to come visit. There's not a lot of places where you can drink the wine that was made in the same room, so I mean this place offers a little bit of something special. Inside the building here, we can only hold about 50 people, but outside the building, we can hold up to thousands of people on the property. So we usually make the events work. We throw up some extra tents, we get some more coverage for the customers, and everyone just has like a really big party here. And everyone loves this place. I mean, we have some of our members here who are regulars, and they come in here, they help us out. It's like family, really. So many people have made friends here. I've made so many connections. I can say that, yeah, I do have a mother and a father, but realistically, I have like 20 mothers and like at least like 15 fathers from being able to work here and have a good time. And the people who work here, we have only 2 people who work out in the vineyard. It's just a husband and his wife, and they do all 16 acres by themselves, and they do amazing work, and we cannot thank them enough for what they do out there. And here, it is the owner of the building, Pedro, and me, myself, who work on the brandy and the wine. We make our wines, our brandies, grappa, we make port styles, dessert wines, different flavored sweet liqueurs. We make mixed drinks, spritzers, sangrias, and wine slushies. A bunch of cool stuff. We do wine tastings, distillery tastings, and spritzer tastings. And the only other teammates that we have over here is the girls who are working behind the bar today. And we have 4 bartenders, and they are the backbone of this place. They really do a lot of good work.
So what are your hours of being open?
So hours are Sunday through Thursday from noon to 6 p.m. And Fridays it's noon to 8 p.m. Saturdays is noon to 7 p.m. We have live music every Saturday and Sunday from the months of May to November. And we have karaoke that we do every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. I'll give you guys a little taste before I actually pour the glass. So
Yeah, I don't want to drink too much.
Yeah. It's a little something for you to try first.
And tell us what it is again.
This is the Vidal Blanc 2022, freshly bottled a week ago, and is one of my favorite white wines that we've actually produced this year or in the last 2 years.
How is it, Marsh?
I like it.
Right? Yeah, here we go.
That's fine.
It's from outside, and we put it through our destemmer, which just takes the stems off the grapes, and then we throw those grapes in one of these big vats.
Yeah.
And that's where we add the yeast, the
Right.
the yeast coloring, the yeast food, for the wine itself. That's where we do our cold stable and heat stabling to be able to clarify the wine and make it like really nice, add some sulfites to it, which our wines are actually a little bit less sulfites than most wineries.
Oh,
we
good.
don't really plan our wines to stay on the shelf for as long as other people's, so we don't need that many preservatives. We try to,
Good.
yeah, I mean, it usually messes with people's heads, so we try to make it as healthy as possible. Once it's in the tank and it's been fermented and it's now turned to wine, we have to add usually we rack it, meaning we move it from one place to another so that the sediment can be removed, the yeast can be, pushed around a little bit. We have to halt the yeast fermentation so it doesn't change itself a little bit more, which with white wine you can actually do it just by chilling it. As long as the wine is below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, it will not ferment any longer. No sugar or yeast fermentation will happen. And then once we take it from there, we throw it in our press, which is actually right back here in this little contraption right here, which we literally just pump the wine into it, and the press pushes it down and separates the grape skins from that juice itself, giving us our product that we pump right back into the tank. And then we let it sit there, let it form itself. It really depends. Most of the time, we let the white wine sit there from about 6 months to a year and a half. But most of the time, we like to get it into the bottle as soon as possible.
Might be the Chardonnay. After the Chardonnay, this is what kind of disease? Downy mildew. You get the yellow spots on the top and the white underneath.
Ah.
This is downy. It's a
So
mildew.
what do you do to help?
You have to spray. You have to spray. And when you spray and you kill the disease, that's why you see this, like this, because it was disease and the spray killed the disease, right? And, every state had a wine a few years ago. And our Pinot Gris was picked for the wine in Massachusetts a few years ago.
Ah.
And I haven't made a Pinot Gris. And I stuck some apple trees here along the perimeter.
Oh, cool.
And I have chestnut trees on both sides of the opening.
Chestnut trees.
St. Martin's. That's when the Portuguese people taste their wine for the first time. And they roast chestnuts and they dance and
Really?
they have a ball.
Chestnuts? I've never heard
So I planted chestnuts because in America, in the forest, there was a lot of chestnut trees. But then there was a blight that ruined the chestnut tree. So if you want to grow a chestnut tree now, it has to be an American-Chinese hybrid that's resistant to the disease. So if you buy it from a nursery, it's going to be a hybrid. So you can grow chestnuts, but it has to be a hybrid chestnut tree.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to.
Well, just a few more
Okay.
steps down. This is pink wine. There's some Sanford. This here is Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris looks a lot like Pinot Noir, right? It looks like a lot like Pinot Noir. A little small cluster.
Right?
This is also going to be probably picked in September. Wow. This is Pinot Gris. Pinot Gris and Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are from France, the Burgundy. It's a Burgundy region type grape. See, this is all Pinot Gris.
So you can tell by looking at the grapes that what they are?
By the leaf.
I mean, they look so much alike to me. And what kind is
This
this?
is Vidal Blanc.
Ah. Okay,
I
wow.
have 37 rows like this. I took 26 tons out of here a couple years ago. Yeah, it's a big cluster. And you look at the
Yeah,
leaves,
right on.
it's like a saw. There's a little indentation.
Okay, yeah.
You
They're
can do it.
big, too.
They're huge, yeah. And these hang. The latest we've picked the Vidal before was on November 22nd.
Woo! Wow.
I have a Vidal Blanc.
Look over here, Beth. Did you see this?
They're all like this. I have 38 rows all
Wow.
like this. See? Look at this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Go down almost all the way to the end, all like this.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
It's a lot prettier when you start
Change.
arranging.
A case of wine from every vine.
Almost. Some of them more, some of them maybe not enough. A ton of grapes is 72 boxes. A box is somewhere between 28 and 32 pounds. A ton of grapes, 72 boxes, when the wine is finished, you get about 150 gallons. A gallon is 5 bottles of wine. Right? So if you make 150 gallons in a ton times 5, that's 750 bottles of wine in a ton. An acre can give you somewhere between 3, 6, 7 tons an acre.
Nice.
All right? Yeah, this gives a little perspective here about stuff. But